Woody Allen has come to escape the attention of the media while his film Manhattan, a lynx-eyed look at contemporary manners, opens in New York. But obscurity is not that easy to find. Film executives fly in with casefuls of rave reviews, and Woody Allen is holed up in a smart hotel to meet the European press. I flew over to see him and asked what for him was the attraction of a movie about the Isle of Manhattan.
Well, you know, I live in Manhattan and wouldn't think of living anyplace else, really. And it's, you know, I think it's a great, great city that's come upon hard times and come upon them a little in the avant-garde of the other cities in the United States and I guess eventually certain cities in Europe. Everything is jammed in New York. It happens so rapidly that, that I think you know, it's a city full of stimulation, full of wonderful opportunities and terrific excitement and great culture. And also the negative things about it, the crime and the garbage and the poverty, are also accelerated. So, you know, but it's a great place to live because you know you're alive.
But do you think people's individual lives have become rotten in some way morally in New York at the moment?
Not just New York. I think in the United States, in general, that we're living in a bad culture.
In what way?
We're living in a culture that's mediocre from top to bottom, mediocre politically, mediocre in terms of the people that run our television networks, mediocre food, mediocre music, drugs, you know, a very, very second-rate culture that could be a first-rate culture because it has all the opportunity to be all the money and the wisdom and the you know, the opportunity to be tops, and nobody's happy and it's not.
Why do you make movies?
You know, I have to do something for a living, and I can make them, and you know, and I have ideas to express about things and feelings about things and explorations and personal therapies for myself, and I do it through movies. I don't make them. You know, there are many people in the film business who go into the film business to be in the film business, and then they look around and try and buy a book to make into a movie or try and find a script to make, and they do a nice job on it very frequently, but to me it's not filmmaking. One has to be in filmmaking to, you know, the filmmaking is secondary. It's that you have something you want to say, and the best way to say it is in a film rather than in a short story or a play or something. So the films that I make are strictly to express these feelings.
The character that you have now played in so many movies has become very identifiable as the Woody Allen hero. How much of that man is you, the insecure neurotic, the funny neurotic?
I don't know. It seems to me that the character I've played in movies has changed a lot. In my first movies, in Bananas and Take the Money and Run, I thought I was just sort of a broad kind of clown, you know, and I think what's evolved over the years through Annie Hall and now through Manhattan is a much less cartoon-like character and a much more real. I've been able to let the serious side of me come out more, which is a big effort, not easy for me. Because,
why? Because you tend to repress that side of you?
Sure, because I know I can always get by getting laughs. It's something I can always fall back on. And, you know, when that's your whole life, when you've been a comedian your whole life, it's very difficult. When I look at the film at the end of the day, the dailies, and I see I'm putting away hundreds of feet of film and there's no laughs in it, it requires a lot of nerve for me not to say, well, let's shoot this again tomorrow. I think I can do that funnier.
Who are your heroes?
My heroes have always been Louis Armstrong, Willie Mays, Ingmar Bergman, Groucho Marx.
Did you meet any of those?
I met Bergman, I met Groucho.
What was Bergman like?
I met Willie Mays. Bergman, very, very charming, very simple, not at all like a brooding, intellectual, depressed cult priest. Nothing like that. Just a very simple, amusing guy, and we spent an evening over dinner and had a lot of laughs together.
It's a nice image, you and Bergman having a lot of laughs together, I must
yeah,
say.
it was, you know, I was very, of course, in awe, but he was very, very easygoing and very natural and real. And I appreciate the European filmmakers as a general rule, more than I do the American ones, only because I feel over the years they tend to deal with more substantial subjects. In America, you know, many of the best American pictures are gangster pictures or Fred Astaire pictures, and they're wonderful, but the ones that have interested me over the years more are the ones that deal with more serious crises of human life. It's more stimulating to me as an adult.
One last point. What do you see yourself doing 10 years from now?
I hope making better films. You know, I mean, I think I'll always be doing films. I think I'm in too deep to get out now, and that I hope in 10 years you'll feel that my films are much better than they are than the ones that I'm making now.
When you say better, do you simply mean technically better, or do you mean handling more and more difficult subjects?
Yes, in every way, that they're more entertaining, that they go deeper at the heart of the human condition, that they're better made technically, better in every way.